shadow scales are all but forgotten. Ancient tradition. From another time.
And we're back.
Mama, you're home. Could you give me an allowance? What? Seriously? No way. With this, I could buy everything in the market.
Pocket change,
Wow.
Dada. Your bank is not as big as my bank. is my stamina? Whoa, whoa, whoa. My down button worked for a second. I can rebind.
that? Over here!
Mama, you're back. Can I get a few gold to spend? Please?
You keep wanting more and more money.
You're the best. Thanks.
I'm starting to think my kid just wants money out of me.
Mama took me to the market. Oh, hey! Yes? Stay safe.
Yo, 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 what it do? I see you watching. Oh, you got off. This is the Wimmer ruins I was thinking about on one of my prior episodes where I was talking about the rivers and the different levels and stuff and how I was skeptical to pursue it. It's this one. It's not that bad. I mean, I definitely have the equipment to deal with it now.
should have.
Someone there. Must be my imagination. What was that? Sure, I heard something.
You asleep? I know you can't hear me, brother. I don't like what we've become. Been here so long, and what do we have to show for it? Forgive me for saying this, brother, but I have not felt Harryite's presence. I want out. I want to leave this place. I long for the fresh air of the Reach. This place only makes us sicker. But who am I kidding? I know you wouldn't let me leave, brother. You truly believe in Orchendor and his promises. I know this place will eventually kill us. I have come to accept that. But I will always regret the day I introduced you to Orchendor.
So that is... That is the path. I want to see what's up over here then. Mic still on. Oh, is this just like some sightseeing? That's where I came from. Okay. Making sure I'm not missing loot. Because on half of my other playthroughs, I've missed some of these chests. Granted, Granted, I guess they don't have much loot. I'm still looking out for carrying capacity. I'm gonna need that. Make some new boots. Granted, I guess I could just run through this, getting everybody, but I think it's cooler the fact that I'm able to just hide in the shadows and snipe people. Damn spiders. Do you know the way? Brother. Never even saw it coming.
Is someone there? You can't beat me! You won't get
I'll kill you if I have to.
You're no match for me.
I'm sorry, spiders. I didn't think you could get spotted. I just thought you were immune to it, but if you can activate traps, shit, you can activate anything else. And I guess this isn't. I guess I'm thinking of a dwarven ruin in the Dawnguard DLC, because I have yet to see this water thing I'm looking for. I mean, it is layered, but it's not the same as what I have experienced. And having that 3 times damage is really nice. So I do like 1500 per bow shot. And not many enemies in the game have 1500 health. I mean, maybe a Centurion might be able to take a couple. I mean, hell, I can almost 3-shot a dragon. OP Archer, Ash Colty. Sorry, I paused to read your comment if you got the blue screen. Yeah, I don't know if you saw when I one-shot him. Oh my. See, I wasn't expecting him to go down in one hit. Thank you though. I'll show you my stats real quick. I was bragging about it. And this came from, well, I got that 58, 49, 49, and also this. But I'll show you potions. Those really help, but you can buff those by making these. See, I have this one, it's almost 300%. I were to drink that and make an enchanting potion, it'd probably be like 200% or something like that. And I can drink that enchantment, and I could probably get better enchanted gear. But the reason that restoration potion's nice, cause see, if I were to drink that right now, it would buff all of these stats. Like I'd have to equip them and disequip them, but it would say these are doing like 200% for bow damage, 200% for everything else. Sorry, my dip's going everywhere as I'm trying to talk. I'm not trying to talk and chew on dip. What I was getting at is, I could have this thing base stats going over 1000, but I put on smithing stuff to boost my smithing. I get my smithing to over like 100% for each of those 4 items, and I can like literally, I could probably have this bow just base before all those extra buffs are applied 1000, and so you stack the base smithing, like it'll just say legendary, but I can go beyond that basically. And then you add on all those percentages, I could have the bow probably doing like 5000 damage if I would just stick to the loop. The problem is, you need like a certain fish for the restoration loop. It's got a really long name, like Albuquerque or something like that. And then Salt Pile. And that fish is so rare. Like I try and buy everything I can from all of the alchemists in the game. I mean, if I know I should look up the certain fishing spot, because there's fishing in this game. I might be able to like farm it through fishing. But the restoration potion is supposed to like buff your healing, but it has this weird quirky mechanic where it just buffs your gears, enchantments, and stuff like that. And so you can easily cheese like a loop. Like it'll enhance, like, because I have a lot of enchanted gear for alchemy, so it'll buff that, and then I can just make potions that are fucking ridiculous. Like this destruction spell, 200%. I could make a paralysis potion that, if I were to farm this loop long enough and gather the materials, I could shoot an NPC with the bow. Like, not kill it in theory, but like, because some of the entities are non-killable, but I can still apply that paralysis potion to them. Yeah, like 500 health. And I'd have to repeat the loop for a good amount of time, but I could have a guy paralyzed for a whole year of real life time instead of like in-game time, 'cause, you know, I don't know. I think it's like a minute's a second in this game, I'm not too sure. But if you applied the loop long enough, you could legit keep people out of commission. You can break the flipping game by just, because, you know, some of these non-killable NPCs, you need them for certain quests and stuff, but if you just paralyze them and they're just on the ground out of commission, they can't really do shit. And so it's a fun way to like get around that whole mechanic of certain NPCs you can't off. Like, say I didn't want to deal with the legates, I could literally get the legates murdered. Well, not murdered, but put them out of commission for a very, very long time. Oh, they're making bacon. I can smell the bacon. I'm gonna check your comment. Yeah, I can see your character looks pretty good. Yeah, thank you, fam. I worked really hard. She's blind in both eyes. But I worked really hard to get this gear to where it is. This isn't like my first Skyrim playthrough. I've played Skyrim for years. It's probably like my 12th playthrough. So I mean, this isn't my first run through, but I'm trying to like go more in depth. I mean, I don't really experiment with mods, but why do you need a mod if you can just, I mean, I guess I am exploiting game mechanics, but they put it in there for a reason, man. Shit. I don't know if you know about the one quest for the Crimson Nern route in Blackreach, but they intentionally like patched the game after it first came out to make that quest as difficult as it is. And I need to go down here so I can, well, I could get Spellbreaker right now. I'll go back. There's an Ethereum shard for that Dawnguard DLC in here. I'm pretty sure it's in here. And that's something I want to get, because you can get the Ethereum Crown lets you have 2 standing stones, but you sacrifice a helmet slot. Which I guess I don't want to do that. There's also the spider staff, so you can always conjure a spider, or dwarven spider, and I think there's one other thing you can get. But I'm trying to hold off the main quest. Like, if you don't if you don't bring the dragon stone to the guy in Whiterun, I'm trying to think of his name, the mage. Yeah, you never stop playing Skyrim. You simply take a yeah, no, you're right, 100%. You take a break. Yeah, because I mean, you can basically become a god through natural means. You don't have to just like spam the Daedric Blue. Like, if I wanted to make a new playthrough and get Daedric armor before I got to like level 5, I could do that 100%. I mean, it'd be a little bit difficult, but it's 100% accomplishable. There's also the, you can kind of like spam the Soul Trap Conjuration spell on dead animals and stuff. That's like, I don't think they've ever patched that glitch, and so you could just always farm Conjuration for levels. I think there's a glitch in the very beginning of the game where you hide behind Rayloff or the Legate, whoever you side on in Helgen. And you just sneak and you attack them before you try and sneak past the bear, because they're not gonna turn on you, they're gonna stay there, but it still counts as like you attacking somebody. You could just sit there for hours and get your shtick all the way to 100 before you even start the game. Oh, he had Ebony. But there's an Ethereum shard somewhere in this place. Let me read her book. I'm pretty sure she said Catria's journal. Is it? I'm not in Bazaarus, am I? Bazaar Dams? No. I'm not in the right one. Okay, okay. It's close to this site. Never mind. I just became a werewolf too. I don't know how well I like being a werewolf. I mean, it's fun, I guess. I could get that Daedric ring so I could like turn whenever. I mean, being a vampire lord's probably even better. But I got a character for a certain playthrough where I'm like a dark elf. So you get the resistance to fire and then you become a vampire with weakness to fire, but it kind of evens out. So you're just kind of like neutral at that state. It's probably the best race to be a vampire. Because the strength and weaknesses just cancel out. But my first playthrough was a Nord, because I actually do have like, what do we call it? Icelandic or Nordic or Scandinavian heritage. On like one side of my family, I'm not like a full-blown Nord myself. But I probably could trace my lineage back to, well, they weren't really Vikings, but they were like around that time of the Vikings. Because like a Viking was like a warrior who raided and went on attacks and traveled around and pillaged and shit. I'm pretty sure the dude I'm after, he was christened, and he may or may not be like a real life person. It might have just been the church, you know, Christianizing their canon and lore, and they like wrote him in there as this guy was a saint who converted the heathens, the pagans of that area. Also, supposedly I survived Ragnarok. I am the person who repopulates the human race after, you know, the world's over and the gods have like clashed. But how much of that is really canon, I have no clue, because like none of that survives from their original text, their tongues. It was all kind of like the monks came through and read that shit and then like wrote their own lore into it. Which I mean, I guess I see why they did it, because you know they're trying to spread their religion and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like I will never know what the true what my ancestors really said. I've kind of got ill about it before, but then thinking about it, it's not worth it to just it's not worth anything to lose sleep over. I'll read your comment. Oh, see, that's kind of what I did with the Nord, was the Battle Mage. I'd basically just have an axe in one hand, and then heal spell in the other, and just put all of my leveling into either a little bit of Magicka and majority health, so I could just, like, tank anything. But in this playthrough, I haven't really put much into health or Magicka. I've just put everything into stamina, so I can have that fucking carry weight. But I got gypped in the beginning. I thought Whiterun gave you carrying capacity boots. It's like a thing for you becoming a Thane or whatever. But I guess it's like random loot you can get. And I got gypped finding those boots again. Like I died by a dragon shortly after finding them. So I've yet to get that enchantment. I really want to get that enchantment. Because then I could put it on my boots, and you know, with how I kind of cheese the enchanting and like buff the spells and everything, I could probably get 50 would be a good thing. 50 boost it by 50 your carrying capacity, but I could probably get up to like 100. So that way I could just, you know, carry more shit. But I got Shadowmere now, so you can actually kill Shadowmere. Which is hard to do. I don't think he respawns once he's dead. Or at least he didn't for me. I might have just like glitched out the game and bugged it. But say you jump off a huge cliff, like I was climbing the mountains, and I fell off trying to get to like a dragon peak. But he can take a lot of damage. It's not easy to kill him. It's like you gotta jump off a really high cliff, and if you don't have the health to boot, it'll probably kill you too. Or he breaks your fall. I'm not too sure, because I know if you do that with a regular horse, you get damaged as well. But maybe Shadowmere's just different because he's like undead. Although I think he's supposed to just respawn at the Dark Brotherhood if that happens. That's why I think I like glitched out my game when I killed him. It does. I did not know pickpocketing buffed your carry weight. Where does it say that at? Man. Extra pockets. Carrying capacity is increased by 100. Huh. Well, thank you. I knew about you could take people's items and armors and stuff that they actually have equipped, but I never knew it buffed your carrying capacity. That shit's really... I'm gonna have to start picking pockets. There's probably an easy way to do that, like level it up. I got the Thief Stone on. But see, I've been playing this game. I got like probably over 1,000 hours into it, and that one slipped my mind. Here, we'll go get Spellbreaker. I appreciate you telling me that, man. Because I probably would have still been playing through this, and it would have never hit me. I've been trying to see if I can find the shout the Greybeards give you to go see Parthenax. Because I don't think they give you all three. I think they just give you the first bit. If I could like find a word wall that like gives me the other two, so that way like I don't have to ask them.
Yes.
I can just
The vapors are waning, but not yet gone. Take a breath. Beriad will speak if he sees fit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Greybeards are like the only way you can get that specific shout, Clear Skies.
Well
gonna look it up on
done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded. Go, seek your fate. I will be watching, and perhaps we will meet again afterwards. Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
That's one thing I haven't really quite understood. If the dragons are like immortal, and I'm the only one that can like end their mortality, I have the dragon blood in me, so it's like they're like an aspect of me that could be immortal if I conjured the right. Like how many souls do I have to devour? What kind of like magic voodoo do I have to... I mean, I guess even the dragon priest couldn't live forever either, but they can like become liches and undead and gain their power back. Man, he didn't give me my... Oh, he did. Yeah, like how can the Dragonborn not be immortal? I mean, technically Tiber Septim pulled an Enoch, and he became a god, or like Enoch was canonically went to up to heaven, like he never died as a man. He was like one of the only few men to just be whisked away up to heaven. But he also, I guess, did great things for the people. It also sucks that canonically, and I just recently watched a video on it, the Imperial takes over Skyrim. Like, it kind of sucks that even if you side with the Stormcloaks in the Civil War and you take it over, they raise an army to the south. It's like there's a fort near Pale Pass, I can't remember what it's called, and if you side with the Legion and you read the note, it's like, oh, the avalanches are, they've covered the paths, so we can't get reinforcements, we're going to lose the fort. But if you side with the Stormcloaks, you take the fort, and you come back to it and read that note, it's changed, and it's like, oh, we need more reinforcements, Ulfric. We hear rumors of the Empire is raising a legion to the south. And technically speaking, the legion you fight in this game isn't even like an actual part of any of the Empire's army. It's just a ragtag group of farmers. Like, they're just recruits locally from whatever they can gather. Cause like, technically the actual legion is supposed to be one of the
vigilant of Stendar, and any other abominations that prey on mortals.
The Empire, their
Vampires,
legions are supposed to be like the
witches.
best army in all of
But the
Tamriel.
Daedra
I mean,
are the
despise
worst.
like,
Their
I
callous
guess, what the
disregard for our
Aldemary
lives
Dominion
is
can
abhorrent
gather.
in the eyes of the God of mercy.
But they are literally like the strongest. Like, and once an actual legion comes into Skyrim, the Stormcloaks don't stand a chance.
Stendar be with
So it kind of sucks that no matter what you do, the Empire still is going to remain whole. But like, does that? The reason, canonically speaking, they don't send a legion into Skyrim during this to take over the Civil War is because of they're still at odds with the elves on that lower border of Cyrodiil. So it's like every troop, every legion is needed to keep that balance. Oh my gosh. Just watch that man beat up some bones. And if they do muster up a legion and send it over to take over Skyrim again, is that going to cause another great war? Is that going to weaken the border they're defending? Are the Aldemary Dominions going to attack? I mean, technically the people in Hammerfell are doing a pretty good job of, like, they fought them to a stalemate. I don't think they're still a part of the Empire. Like, technically the elves are supposed to get it as compensation for calling a truce to the war, but they didn't want to, you know, be under elven rule. So maybe that has something else to do with it, but it's like Bethesda literally had like a trump card in their pocket or in their sleeve. It's like, no matter what you do, we still have a way out. What do you consider the most powerful shout? What do you think of the Stormcall shout? My most powerful shout? I'd have to get on my original
You're
playthrough.
home. Did you bring me anything?
Because that guy's like 120, and I think I have gathered most of all the shouts. I did not get you anything.
Aww.
I would say the Stormcall shout is pretty good. I really just used the final Fire Breath and the Frost Breath ones. Oh, Stormcall. Shout to the sky, cry to the clouds, and awaken the destructive force comes lightning. But can't you, because there's like 3 words to every shout. Isn't there a shout that you can launch meteors from the sky? Like, it's like what Alduin does in the beginning. He shouts and it causes all this shit to come crashing down and be very destructive. I would say that one probably is. But I think there's more powerful shouts out there. Like, especially with the DLCs. You go over to Solstheim, and you can actually, what is it? The power to control animals and dragons. It's like a different form of dragon rend, or you can ride a dragon. Which I might go do that before I fight Alduin, so that way it's like I can kind of cheese him with those shouts. And yeah, all this gold came from me abusing the alchemy exploits. Like, I'll just make some really potent and powerful potions and just go around selling them. Once I got my speech up to where I can sell them anything, game over, bro. I get whatever I need. I get all the ore, the smithing materials, etc. Just sell them like a potion of potent poison for like 4 grand and got my money back. Okay, now I'm missing something. Is it in my weapons? Oh, there we go. What's that? And can't you get an upgraded fishing rod? Cause I got this base, or do you have to read the fishing books? I know there's a book I can read in Riften that supposedly gives me mastery of fishing, but I don't know really what that does. I very much enjoyed the anniversary edition where they added the Saints and the Seducers. I was rocking that armor for a bit. But I don't know how I feel about Madness, because I mean it is probably the strongest armor in the game, but it's also the heaviest. Amber's really nice. It's probably the strongest and light. It's probably lighter than Dragon Skin, but it kind of looks weird. Like, honestly, my favorite aesthetic-wise is the no, not Stalrim. Stalrim. You started on that. I could go into the Falmouth to see. Got a lot of shit that still needs to be done. Oh, let's show you my bounties. I murdered a lot of people in Solitude. No, Eastmark. Hoffinger. 13,000. But I don't know how I would go around clearing that bounty. I don't know if it's just too high, or I don't have enough Thieves Guild influence. Like, I gotta build up the Thieves Guild by doing more quests. Which I don't think, just because if you do the Thieves Guild's main quest, I don't think you get their sphere of influence back over everyone. I think you just have to do a bunch of the side missions that like Vex and Delvin
Never leave the house?
require you to do.
Want that ending?
You're closing the stall, and that's fine.
You want to give up?
Which, I mean, I've done probably like 5
You
or
hear all
6
that
of them.
noise outside?
It's just the market rabble. We should get back to work. You there, if you're here to trade, step up to the counter.
Oh, she found me. Wait, is she an alchemist?
No, I'm not Arnley. Splendid. I've been looking for a new investor. Thank you so much. With this coin, I inherited the store from my husband, Gunnar, died about 5 years ago. Forsworn attack. Trinkets, odds and ends,
Oh, you're
that
just
sort
a
of
general
thing.
shop. Okay. Gay. No alchemy. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. Boom. Most of my money's back.
Come back whenever you need something.
We'll be right back. I'm gonna get some food, get my brekkie in. Comment first before I go. Lol, you know those guys that pop up or they send you by someone and you just stole from, and they say you but you never reported the guards, those G. You know those guys that pop up or are sent by someone you just stole from and they say they saw you but never reported to the guards. Are you saying I should pickpocket those people?
I know you.
Or like I get caught but I never get reported? I'm sort of. I'm just kind of confused on that last comment. Oh, food's done. gonna have to wash my hands after I get done eating. It's really greasy. I got a toasted bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Shit's smacking. Took me forever to toast it though. I mean, I'm a big fan of bacon sandwiches just in general. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the bounty hunters? It's like, oh, say I go near Solitude or I'm roaming around in their area, their hold. And they're like just straight up wanting to murder me. But I know what you're talking about, the people who call you milk drinkers. No, I'm getting egg all up in my beard. And this egg just busted everywhere, man. I was trying to bite into it and get most of it, but no. If only I had some lettuce and tomato, it'd be an even better sandwich. Alright. I'll be right back. I've got to clean up. I've made a mess of myself and my surroundings. Yo, sorry it took so long, man. I really want to make sure my facial hair looked clean. I got like a long, unkempt, kind of skimpy looking facial hair. Nothing like thick and majestic and like sexy. Very much just kind of like scraggly and untrained. But shit, it's a flavor saver for sure. It collected all that residue. But probably walk my dog in a little bit, so I guess I'll end the stream here shortly. But, you know, if you liked the content, my man, you know, feel free to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And I'm always streaming this shit. For at least like an hour or so every day, sometimes 3, sometimes 7. Just, you know, doing random shit in Skyrim. Definitely out of order, like I'm not trying to like beat any particular main quest. Just trying to have the coolest loot and do the most ridiculous shit within, you know, natural reason. Where'd he go? Oh, he went in his kennel. Well, no problem. Alright, thank you, man. Anytime. It's always nice getting people to chill and talk with and chat. If I gain a big enough following, I need to make a few people moderators and shit. Cause I'll get the people who like drop by and watch, but they don't really contribute to anything. They just watch for like 3 minutes, spam free local single women in your area, and just like leave. And sometimes I'll even try and block those people, but they'll just come back with like a different account. And like I wouldn't click that shit, cause I've been on the internet too long. I know that this is only gonna lead to you getting some nasty shit your way, or them trying to take your personal information. But not everyone's, you know, wise and old on the internet. Some people are relatively new, young, innocent, and they might be tempted to click that shit. I don't want to really be responsible. I don't want to have my platform be a tool for them to just like get one over on innocence. It's very much, it kind of sucks to see, but you know, that's the world we live in. There's no such thing as free hot local mom milfs in your area, and if there is, someone's definitely already tagged that up first. Dude, definitely do it, man. If you got the time and you got the playthrough, stream on, man. You know, leave an actual comment on the video, not the live chat. I'll try and like tune into your channel and see what you're doing. I am big on this game. Like watching I don't know if you ever heard of the Epic Nate. I think it's like 518 or something. But he'll do like random, just tidbits of information you probably might not know. I mean, most of the time I know what he's talking about, but sometimes he even gets me with shit I never thought was possible. Or he'll talk about the lore. There's a few lore channels I follow. The Imperial Knowledge was the one I got that Civil War info from, but even he didn't know it. Like, he knew, he's read almost everything in Skyrim and all that shit. He never realized that Bethesda had a trump card in their back pocket. I liked watching Double Negative a while back. I don't think he's made anything recent. He's got a lot of like just breaking down the races and like the times and like different gods and like what they do in the whole like lore universe. I mean, there's plenty of Skyrim channels to look at. But when I get bored, I often find myself, you know, looking at the content. You know what? I could play some Skyrim. Never lived in Morrowind, but seeing some of their videos makes me want to actually go back and try and get a copy of it. Oh, see that dude? Oh, we're gonna 3-hit this dragon. Oh, 4-hit him. He's dead.
I can take you.
Yeah, you thought. You thought because you killed that dragon. But I am the dragon. these guys were a great addition. Stay here, this is your new home. I didn't know you could say that to him. Honestly, killing the guy at the apex of the quest where you get those nymphs, he is so difficult. I had to cheese him with some like sneaking. I'd like shoot him with an arrow, go back around the corner and hide, wait for him to lose my attention, and just rinse and repeat that. See, that's where we'd have to be on like PC and download some mods. But I mean, if we're doing that, I might as well get there's a dude who's I don't know if he's got all of Skyrim finished, but he's done it in the Unreal 5 engine. So just imagine looking at all of this, and like these graphics are right, but then like in the Unreal 5 engine, it literally looks like real life. Like, it's like I went outside and I was fighting dragons and shit. Like, in the video he shows off Dawnstar, and oh my god, it's like if Dawnstar was a real fucking place. The snow, the lighting, the water, it's unreal. But I mean, I've seen people do two-player Skyrim, but it's more or less like a PC mod for compatibility like that. Like, it is totally possible. And that reminds me of another, I think I got this from the Epic Nate, but instead of just being locked in Skyrim, there's a whole modding community, and I think it's like a dedicated team, so it's not just like one person in their basement trying to make this shit happen. It's like a whole, basically like, what's the word, not gaming company, but gaming developers, but they're like of their own volition. They're doing this as like fan creation stuff. And you can explore all of Tamriel. Like, you can go to Citadel, there's unique quest lines and shit for you to do there. You can go to Hammerfell, you can go to Morrowind, but it's all in like the Skyrim-esque engine. I mean, they might like upgrade or tweak a few things, but for the most part it lets the Dragonborn travel everywhere. Now that shit would be cool, cause it's like I thought I've done everything in this game. But then, like, you know, you beat everything, you do all the quests, and then it's like you can go join the Dark Brotherhood over in Cyrodiil, or go do this over in High Rock, or go to Elsewhere, or go to the Marshlands. I don't think you can travel to Atmora or the Somerset. You might be able to go to the Somerset Isles. There's also the Akaviri. I mean, technically on the planet of Nirn there's several continents, but it's cool to see shit like that. But it's not necessarily canon by Bethesda. Is she not gonna talk?
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Here, take it, just leave me alone. I mean, I like her armor. I think I'm gonna take it. Do I look like I have any money?
No, I guess not. Well, get out of here before I change my mind.
That's what I thought. I didn't think that would work. I mean, look at me. I definitely have a lot of money. I got damn near 150k in my bank account. That's probably the funniest shit I've seen today. Which I don't know if you can get those mods I'm talking about in the Creation Club. That's like console support for that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of cool quests in the Creation Club. A lot of cool stuff you can get. If the people I'm thinking of that did the two-player Skyrim thing.
This one has something sweet for the fellow traveler, if it entices. The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar, at a fair price, of course.
I mean, I don't want to intimidate him. I actually just want to buy it off of him.
Take a look.
I mean, I could be mean and force him to give me all of his skooma. And he walks away with 77. I think that's more than what he Are you high, sir?
Until next time.
Look at his eyes. No. I guess that's just his eyes. Whoa, did that really... That tided me over the edge.
This one has something sweet for the fellow traveler, if it entices.
No, Cannon's great, but it's, some of those cool mods are just so, like, immersive into the whole world. They try and, like, I guess make it more than what Bethesda was really going for. Because, I mean, they could only do so much with this game, and they're kind of, like, breaking those boundaries and, like, taking the story even further than what what they ever could have done. But it's, it was the Mike Burnfire channel. I think it's Zach and Mike. They did a multiplayer playthrough. They're doing a multiplayer playthrough. But they had all these mods in there. I mean, they got guns and shit, AN-94s and whatnot, different weapons you can create. But Alduin was Macho Man. So it wasn't him just screaming like a dragon and doing shouts. It was just, oh yeah, Macho Man, snap into a Slim Jim. Like that shit's kind of funny, but I guess it would get old. I mean, defeating Macho Man in Sovngarde. I've also seen people do mods where it's like Thomas the Tank Engine as the it's just a flying choo-choo train as a dragon. And that shit's funny. You didn't die from that? She has a lot of health. But hearing Alduin just be like, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah, but you're also in a different time period. It's like, what is it? I want to say it's in the 3rd era. Like, we're in like the 4th era. It might even be the 2nd era. I was watching a guy explain that. I want to say it's in a time period where, like, the last Dragonborn Emperor, it's before Oblivion. Because he smashes the dragon amulet and sacrifices himself to permanently seal off the world from the Oblivion. The planes of Oblivion. But it's like some point where, like, they don't have a Dragonborn, the amulet's lost, and, like, this mage, or this one figure, is plunging the world into chaos. So it's like the Empire's probably at one of its weakest because it doesn't really have like a leader or like the means to protect itself, and Daedra just running rampant everywhere. I don't remember the exact time frame because the eras don't exactly have the same time scale. Like, they're not necessarily divided up into millennia. It's just when, like, some cool shit happens or someone decides, alright, now it's a different time period to live. Because I want to say the 3rd era is probably one of the shortest ones. Or that might have been the 2nd one. It might be like 2nd era 600 AD or some shit like that, or like the 3rd era 200 or something like that. But I want to say it was before Tiber Septim. It might have been when the Akaviri invaded Tamriel, or up in Skyrim, and once they found like a dragon. No, that was Tiber Septim, wasn't it? No, it was Riemann Septim, or Riemann Cyrodiil, the Cyrodiilic Empire. They met a dragonborn, and they respected his shouts, but they ended up like these snake people ended up inhabiting, or they were the proto blades, and the people who would come before them that were called the blades got their style and everything from these people. But at some point, they end up murdering that whole dude's bloodline and descendants, and then taking over and becoming the emperors. But then they get assassinated too. It's kind of like a vicious cycle of assassinating emperors. And I want to say there's not a Dragonborn left. There's not any real descendants, and maybe that's when the whole world gets plunged into chaos canonically. But I haven't really played the Elder Scrolls Online as like a game. I don't know if it's better than Skyrim or worse or whatnot. I know it's had its hiccups. But I don't know if those DLCs to like expand into the other places are free, or if it's like Destiny where you gotta pay for each expansion so you can get access to it. Because I mean, technically, don't you have to pay for the game itself, and then you have to pay for all the DLC? That's kind of, well, Destiny's free now, but that always seemed like a stupid concept for a game. Because like even Destiny in its base form was not worth the $60. It's like you don't really get to do much, and if you want to do anything else or get all the cool loot, you gotta give us even more money for the game. It's just like bad business practice in my opinion. Like they should make that shit. I mean, you gotta have some way to make their money. I get that, but at the same time, like people want to play it for the content. If you just deny them content and put a price tag behind it, like why build up the idea of this game and come up with these concepts and get them designed and them not be able to like play it? Because I mean, if the game's really good and people like it and it is like free to play and like they got the DLCs and shit like that, you could have them, you know, if they can get really invested into it and not necessarily, you know, break their bank to play it, you might inspire them by like having them want to buy your merch or like sell other things like cosmetics and stuff that they can like buy and then have like real life equivalent items from the game, like inspired by it, like t-shirts and mugs and plushies and whatnot. I mean, I think you could make a good game and not have it really cost much and make all your money back by like loyal fans who enjoy playing it and them just wanting to like have some memorabilia afterwards. But who knows, that might be a bad tactic, but I swear the whole t-shirt market is pretty much big. Is it going to be Skyrim Ancient Edition? Oh, you said Elder Scrolls, is it Elder Scrolls 4? IV? But the I is before the V, so that's 4. I thought that was like VI Elder Scrolls. Is that really what it's gonna be? Like a proto Skyrim? Because I mean that wouldn't be a bad idea going back. Because I mean, from what we see in the lore and everything in this age, going back to like an ancient Skyrim would honestly be pretty cool. Because technically, once you get all the Dragon Priest masks, you do go back in time. But to see the world ruled by dragons and the Dragon Priests, and like being a part of those people who defeated him, or not really defeat him, but just send all of them back in through time, I could see that being a story that sells. Nothing beats Skyrim so far. I mean, that's what I hear. A lot of people don't like the content in ESO, or like the mechanics and stuff. It's kind of like it going backwards a little bit. But I mean, even this game isn't the best or the apex of what Bethesda can do. It's limited by its Did I really just get that sword and not have to do anything? Wow. I just cheesed that. was saying about their engine. That's like why when you do the Civil War quest line, it's kind of ass. It's like very lame, basic battles. There's not a lot of people because like the game engine couldn't support like a massive amount of people and troops actually warring and destroying the landscape. I mean, this game is like, it came out in what, 2008, 2010, something like that. Honestly, maybe 2007. It was on like the PS3. But then again, technically, if they do make a Skyrim Ancient Edition, it would be like an updated engine on like next gen consoles only, or like the next gen, like PS5s and shit. They could do a hell of a lot more with the game. The mechanics and everything. They could like overhaul everything. Probably add more ores, more skill trees to invest in. Actually have like dynamic wars in ways you can change the face of the Earth, or Tamriel, as they canonically call it. And everything could be canon, because like at the end of it all, it's just another dragon break. So it's like everything you do is false and true at the same time. It just kind of like the world splits, and everything that could happen will happen and won't happen at the same time, as what happened in Daggerfell. I need to go back to my house. And I wouldn't mind getting Serana as a follower. She'd be pretty cool too. Probably one of the best followers. It just sucks you can't marry her. But I mean, I guess technically she's married to the that Daedric prince who kind of turned her into a vampire.
You're home. I got you a present, Mama. I hope you like it.
It has. Here.
Oh, damn!
This is your heart, love. I can. Here. This is fresh. I'll have another one made tomorrow.
Yeah, she was my follower for like the longest time. And then I realized I could marry her. But it's cool, I got someone to watch my kid while she's at home. Oh, I mean, that'd be cool DLC. I mean, technically they're not done with Skyrim. I don't think they'll ever be done with Skyrim. It'd probably be a crime for Bethesda to stop updating Skyrim. The big-breasted woman in Markarth. I think I know who you're talking about, but I'm not quite sure. I'm going to travel there and see if I can find her. Because I don't necessarily remember anyone being peculiarly, what's the word, endowed with those features. But I do know she has some unique clothing, if it's the same person I'm thinking of. And you can find it in other NPCs, and I think certain vendors may have a chance to spawn it in their inventory. But it's like probably one of the rarest, most, it's probably the sexiest NPC clothing in the game. But I think she lives in here? Hori, Hagri? Do you know what the first letter of her name starts with?
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has
drinks here are watered
not
down.
Is it her? Hiroki.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other. I'm just here to clean up.
But like, I want to say like that's probably some of the rarest clothing in the game. But you can still find it.
My father is more generous than he lets on.
Holmes, you backbiter.
Plenty of
Give a
spending
crippled
money.
worker a helping hand.
Fuck you, man. Get out of my fucking way.
There are How about a sapper? I hope all them women keeping to themselves won't let poor Degain in. Not even for a look. But they've got a treasure in there. Gold statue size of a child. Who knows what they use it for, but I know what I'll use it for. Well, let's not put it like that. Wouldn't want the Thieves Guild get... Nah, just creep in and have a go at taking it out. You'll be helping out an old beggar and the divine smile on that sort of thing.
Oh, did you need something?
Come on, you outside.
Yeah, she is wearing the gold.
Spare a piece.
What can I do for you?
Maybe.
No breaks for a
Well,
good
she's blonde hair,
worker
she's
here.
blue eyes, she seems
I don't
pretty
owe
fair.
you money, do I?
A man
But there
like
might
me
be another one I'm thinking of too. She might not be the only one like that.
Unlike my husband Clever, I watch after our guests.
What was that you
But if I
said
got my
about enemy?
pickpocketing up, I could probably
My
take her
daughter was
clothes and then
asking
put it on
her
another
big-headed over
NPC.
before she's older.
Need something?
I mean, I guess technically,
I'm gonna be a
Just
silver
tell me if you
breast size
my
is
mother and
different.
father.
If I remember correctly, you can change when you're creating a character. Can you? Jess, I don't know. Skyrim's that. It's
Being
been a
an
minute
apprentice
since I've
is
been
great.
at the beginning
I
of the
can
game.
swing a hammer at things.
What can I do for you?
Gonna go house to house and start seeing who has the best assets on them. No, I don't want to do that quest.
Wait, I know.
Someone probably has a Skyrim video ranking all of the hottest women in Skyrim or all the hottest NPCs. That sounds like a YouTube video or top 5 sexiest Skyrim babes, some shit like that would sell. See, she...
A fine day to you, friend. May you
Maybe
die
it's
with
just
a
her
sword in your
clothes.
hands.
She doesn't seem very endowed. And it might be in the statue.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone? Seems no one. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might... I was actually... Follow me, and keep your eyes open. Daedra
I'm
are
gonna
powerful
go in
creatures
there
and
and
tricksters.
die.
Never know what you'll find.
Few comments. I think by far she's the hot. Yeah, I mean she's definitely one of them. But I swear there's others out there. If I can do some digging or some sleuthing, as they would say, I'll find one that can kind of like compare to her. Maybe I can.
Cousin of the
Maybe
Emperor was
she
murdered.
is the best.
In solitude at her own damn wedding.
I'm gonna try the card holder. Okay.
You didn't hear this from me. We've uncovered a plot to kill the Emperor. It gets better. The ringleader, one of the Emperor's own elite guard.
That's not what I wanted spreading through Skyrim. Wait, I'm a female. I should be able to, they'll let me in. Because, like, before I've been like a dude, and it's like, oh, only women are allowed in
The
here.
sisters are communing with Dibella. They can't... I'm sorry. The Temple of Dibella is closed. A heathen. Lovely. Oh, don't put on that angry look. I'm just teasing you. Dibella is the divine of beauty. She is a patron deity to artists and bards and those who seek life's simple pleasures.
Honestly,
the temple offers her blessings to
Hiroki
pilgrims,
is better looking
an
than Helga
instruction in enjoying
from
all
that one
life
chick in
has to
Riften.
offer.
She only wants hard-working men to stay at her inn, cause she basically runs a whorehouse.
Well, you are lovely to look at, and there's so many things I could teach you, but I'm afraid the temple isn't taking in new students. Dibella's blessing to you.
I mean, Helga might be, she might have, because she does have kind of a rack on her, but she doesn't have like the outfit or like, you know, the accessories, the jewelry on to really, she kind of, I would give her a C- at most. Some people might rank her upper B+, but Hiroki's definitely S tier so far. I didn't think this would turn into a tier list video of me ranking NPCs. But you know what, that's might as well what it needs to be turned into. And we're seeing if these priests can compete. You know, that probably is something, you know, you can look but don't touch, as the saying goes. This might get me thrown in prison.
Lead us to your Sybil.
Oh shit, they're coming!
Fine? See!
Don't mind me, just a ghost walking through. I've been waiting for an actual reason to use this shout. And I didn't think that would work. I mean, that might have just been my sneak skill. But that fucking worked.
And just what do you think you're doing?
Aww.
Unfortunately for you, we don't allow the uninitiated. You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty. Normally, a period of servitude. Luckily for you, there are more pressing matters. We could make an example of you, but perhaps you could be put to better use. The ceremony you so rudely interrupted was the exalted protocol of the Dibellan Sybil. I don't expect you to know what that means. Suffice to say that our Sybil was recently lost to us. Through the protocol, we have seen the home of the next Sybil, To the north, in a small village pressed against the stone. If you can travel there and retrieve our young Sybil, your transgression will be forgiven. We believe the place in our vision to be Karthwasten. Now move quickly. The girl must be brought to the temple as soon as possible.
Ah,
All right then.
What? She removed my statue? Is it back over there? Damn. I thought I could get away with stealing it. Do you have the statue?
Think you can steal? Never should have. I'm here. I'm getting out of here.
No, I'm just gonna let you do your thing.
Fine. See. Hey, watch what you're doing. You're pathetic. Somebody help.
I could kill her. And I guess we could see. Because I can't
Going
see
to
through
enjoy.
ropes.
I'll let you live this time.
Where'd that one chick go?
Fine. See.
Well, let me pickpocket her earlier. But maybe this chick we're going to find might be fairer than the ones we've seen so far.
Need something? Debella's blessing to you.
Oh, the guards are pursuing me. This always seems to happen in Markarth. Oh fuck.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna end up dead because of that cure here.
Son of a... Do your work.
That's normally how this goes. I just murder everyone. Yeah, they are corrupt guards. And I'm kind of shocked. I guess I didn't really get away with it because that one lady did kind of call the cops on me. It's just it's a really rough area for them to get to. I mean, technically their guard tower's right there, but there's a lot of steps. Their AI probably just doesn't have enough commands or like knowledge to immediately get to there. I guess what I'm trying to, it's difficult for the guards to kind of like swarm in and get you there, as opposed to like, say I got caught breaking into someone's house in like Whiterun or Solitude. They call the guards. They run up in there and be like, "You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What do you have to say in your defense?" Of course, I kind of like some of the guard dialogue. Shadowmere, to my rescue! I noticed this one dialogue with the guards. As soon as I join the Dark Brotherhood, they'll be like, "Hey, I know who you are. Hail Sithis." And it's just like some funny ass shit. It's like, I support you in what you do.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
You saw how many people I murdered, all of the shit I stole, everything I did, and my bounty's only 105. I'd pay it, but I got a lot of stolen shit on me. Normally I don't even give them anything. But I don't think that paying them off with the guild gets them, I don't think it pays off your bounty. I just think it gets the guards to just quit fucking with you for a little bit.
Alright,
I got the money. I don't really care.
Keep your voice down and don't let me catch you again.
That's how that goes. Now, where did they want me to go? The heart of Dibella, the House of Horrors? Okay. Where's this one lady at? Sorry, as soon as I got off the horse, I could feel my one nail on my hand, and like the very edge of it, it split. At like the very end. It just feels, it's not exactly a hangnail, it just feels funny.
For your help, I'm sending word to the orc strongholds that you'll be trusted. You should be welcome there now. I thought Enman and Mean had a little girl, but I haven't seen her in a while. Until next time, may your weapon... I thought Enman and Mean had a little girl, but I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, dope. So I'm actually able to go to... I think it's... this stronghold. No, it might be that stronghold. Oh, hold up. Is this moonstone? It's silver.
Strangers are nothing but trouble. Huh? Keep your hands to your... Einethech is in charge of Karthwasten. You should bother him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't. You'll have to speak to my husband.
Wait. I know you.
Does he work the mines? I thought you could, like, technically get, like, a dragon follower.
Sarnok mine is open. Yeah? Yeah? We're all looking for something.
Wow. I'm not sure if it's in the Solstheim part of the DLC, but you can call upon that one dragon. I want to say in the not DLC, but in the main quest line, you can get Odahviing. Or, no, the Dawnguard DLC, you can call upon, it's like a shout. That soul dragon, the soul Karen dragon. But he doesn't stay very long, he just comes around and fucks shit up. But there's like a shout you unlock in the Dragonborn DLC that lets you like tame dragons and like ride them. But I guess that's not like having somebody attack.
Don't have anything to
or,
say to
like,
you, stranger.
always follow you around.
You're not from here. Damn it, woman. Are you trying to taunt us? Our daughter, Theotra, was taken from here. The Forsworn descended and they didn't touch anything else, just our little girl. It was the Forsworn from Broken Tower. Never been much trouble. She... Really? Well, that's... I wouldn't have dreamed. Of course we need her in Markarth, then. I'll come with you. You're probably right. Just hurry, please. Who knows what those things are doing to her?
You know, I can imagine.
Wait. I know you.
I want to say human sacrificing is probably the least of our worries. Oh yeah, I got a letter earlier, and I don't think I ever read it. Oh, okay, I just used my shout, so they're helping me unlock more shouts. So that's a cool game feature mechanic. I wish they, like, the NPCs you happen to befriend and then they'll die through random circumstances. Or like a dragon will attack, or a vampire will attack and they'll die. That's crazy, because some of those people actually have like jobs and stuff, or they're shopkeepers. And just through some random chance you can't go through them anymore. I swear I murdered all those people. Guess I never went there. Sorry, I'm just texting. Oh no, I didn't go in there and kill them. I just shot from the outskirts. I have room. Honestly, one of these Forsworn might actually be S tier in terms of attractiveness. It's dragging me. Oh. Quit hiding in the corner. I took her eye out, so she might not be all the way up there anymore. Come on. Let's see that beautiful face of yours. Damn it, spiders. You're always getting in the way. Oh, no, I'm looking up your skirt. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't like that they shaved your head. But like, honestly, the Forsworn women's dress ain't too bad. It seems like a tribal bikini. But I mean, she's kind of got a rack on her. I mean, I don't like her hair, but then again, her head's kind of gone. Let's see if I equip, and I guess those boots ain't too bad either, like thigh highs. Let's see. No, I don't think I gave my character. Maybe, like, depending on the race I have. I know I have an orc character and she's pretty busty. But that might just be orcs. Oh, I got her in the head too. Okay, now she has better hair. But that might, is that a Forsworn headdress? Can't seem to tell. Hold up. Maybe C or B size? I don't know. I'm not necessarily the divine judge on that. But I want to say she is definitely maybe C+. They start doing like numbers after so much, but she definitely seems like she has a bigger set of tits than the other girl. I don't know, and one's bigger than the other too. Is it just an illusion because I'm looking at it weird? Let's get a side view. Man, I wanna put her in the S tier category. I mean, they are kind of lopsided, but I mean, she's, for a Forsworn, she's kind of built different. We're gonna take this one home with me. Oh, and she's got abs too. She's got washboard abs. She has to be S tier. She has to be S tier. Spider, are you holding on to her legs? Why can't I lift her up? Do I need to be standing? I didn't mean to throw her over on her back. Eh. Doesn't really have an ass either. Can I lift her up? I can. So she's not that heavy. Cause I can like... But I need to get her over on her side, cause I gotta compare. Okay. Now move your arm. I mean, she's definitely bustier. Like, confirmed. But does she have a bigger ass? Does she have a bigger booty? Yeah, yeah. She's S tier, that's for sure. I wish that we could have made her like a follower. Oh, I'm still dragging her. Is that the way to go? Okay, I guess that is the way to go. There's anything down here? Okay. It really sucks we couldn't make her a follower. That hurt. Damn spiders. Hold. See, the trap for the activation's right there, but I don't know why it keeps proccing. She definitely got a rump that compares to her, the best girl from the last area. But does she have better breasts? Oh, and you're stepping on her. Come on, I'm not supposed to do that. There we go. Can I lay her on your back? I can't. I don't know, I don't think they are. I think, from what I can tell, she's probably with the lesser of the two. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say maybe like a B with like a really big number to it, almost a C, maybe a C with a small size number. But I mean, her booty definitely thick. I think I came from that one, okay. that's the way. I want to see what's behind that other door. Oh, that opens Skyrim up. Whoa, whoa, okay, so if that leads me there, and that leads me there, where the hell am I supposed to go? Man, she looks like she could be best girl.
What was that?
Is someone there? Yes?
Okay.
Don't even think about it.
Yes?
What do you need? Good afternoon.
And they're all chick. Well, she's tiny.
Help! Mercy!
Be careful. Somebody help.
I need you to walk back up here. No. Definitely lower end on terms of the, well.
Hello? Who's there?
I'd hit it.
Oh, sure, I heard something.
I mean, I think she's up there with the first girl we killed. That was pretty alright. But I guess they don't have anything on Hiroki. But I mean, they are a pretty close second. I think there was another chick I didn't look at down here. Hold up. I killed that girl against the wall. I shot this girl over here, yeah. mean, not the most impressive. Give a look. There we go. And probably the smallest, probably got an A tier, or not A tier, A. It goes like, I think it goes all the way down to Z. But I think the biggest I've ever really seen are like Q. And that's with some, like, some surgery. I don't think you can get a, well, you can, naturally. But, like, it starts to get ridiculous. Oh, wait, no, they don't just have the double numbers, too. They have single letters, and then, like, triple letters. It's like, double D is supposed to be, like, a generalized big set for, you know, some natural titties. But you could get implants to get D-sized tits. But there's also, like, triple Q, and that's just, like, some egregious, overly fetishized dream, I guess.
What was that?
I got her in the knee. I mean, she's more petite, but ain't nothing wrong with being petite. Yeah. Can't believe this turned into me being kind of like, I don't think, well, I probably have fetishized this game to a degree, but shit, there's fucking Skyrim 6 mods out there. I don't feel bad. Oh, that's a little girl. Oh, I can't fetishize the little girl. That's a crime. You know, I'll wait till you're older. That sounds even worse.
Are you one of them? Please don't hurt me. Then it's true what they said. I'm touched by the gods. I've heard stories about the wonders of the great temple in Markarth, but I never dreamed that I would even get to see it. I am honored to be called for this duty. Please, lead on.
Imagine if that's what being a model was. Oh, that's a room. There we go.
Why are you bothering me, outsider? I don't. And by Eastmere, if you find work, just do what you're told. There's enough trouble in Markarth already. I should...
Yes?
Hmm? You found her. I will... You've truly earned the blessing of Dibella, child. Prostrate yourself before her altar, and she will bestow her gift.
Hi there. Yes?
Yes?
Huh. So that's how I roll. I thought you had to... I thought you had to buy a perk to roll. Maybe the game was just glitching out and it was just giving me that roll. Because it's not doing it now.
cut an onion. First and foremost, never cut this end of the onion. This is what's gonna hold the onion together while you cut. Take the opposite end out and then cut the onion lengthwise through the middle. From there, you're gonna peel the onion layers out. You can cut onions in a multitude of ways. However, today we're gonna cut julienne cuts, which are long cuts. Pretty much you're gonna follow those lines throughout the onion and cut them to the width that you desire. Making a claw, you're gonna hold the onion. And you're simply gonna use your knuckles, guides, to cut the onion into juliennes. Cut the end, and you have perfectly and beautifully cut julienne.
Oh, my GPS says to go left. No thanks, liberal. Oh, fuck. Karen, you horrific wench. Release me from this Wikipedia article.